They have a really, really good team. They didn't have their two big guys early. Mabala didn't play early at 27 tonight. They had a really, really good team. We had to, try to get more action, more activity. I've been trying to get Allen to get to the offensive boards, and he made 2 or 3 huge plays on the offensive glass when we needed them. There were a lot of plays. I mean, Quincy's 3 was big. We had the lead at the end, and we didn't get up on the three-point shooter. But, to their credit, they made it. And then Allen's block is one of the best plays I've ever seen in here. That was an incredible play, saved the game. Then overtime, Buddy made a steal when they were coming out for a layup, and we got a layup. And we had a couple offensive boards there, too. We just stayed with it. We stayed with it. Press helped us a little bit. Got them. They made a couple mistakes. They rushed a couple shots. It was an unbelievable comeback. We were down 16, and they're a really good team. I mean, they are a really, really good team. They're as good as the team that beat us here a couple years ago, I think, if not better. They got a lot of weapons. They shoot it well. They're really well coached. They move the ball. At the second half, we got some stops defensively. We blocked a couple down in the low post. They missed a couple around the basket that we challenged. Thought Kadari was great. He can get in the lane. I thought he got in the lane and made plays. Buddy got back to where he has been before the layoff, where he got in the lane and gets his jumper over people. It was really Kadari and Buddy. Joe was not there tonight, but he'll be back. He's had lots of good games for us, and he'll be back for us. But Marek was great in the middle, just tremendously good at both ends of the court. He made a lot of plays. This was a really good win. I mean, the other 2 close games we had here, we didn't do much. We didn't play well. I mean, we made some plays at the end. This was a tremendous game. I know our defense has got to be better, but their offense is really good. The Mabala inside, we have trouble with those guys inside. He's physical, and he can score around the basket. And we're not making enough threes. We had some opportunities there. Buddy got one. Quincy got one. Allen got one, just even early in the second half. And we just haven't made those threes. I mean, 2 for 12, 3 for 19. But when you're not making them, you got to go to the basket. I think the players adjusted. They went to the basket. They got to the foul line. They had 42 free throws as you're going to the basket. And, I mean, Quincy's been great all year. He hit a huge 3 in the corner, huge 3. And, again, this was a great comeback. We were 16 down. I don't think there was that much hope out there. But these guys just kept playing, kept making plays, and a tremendous effort, Really proud of them.
Our first question will be from Mark Larson.
Coach, Allen looked like the player that I guess everybody wants him to be here. You said he's still kind of learning to be like it, not just a spot-up shooter. Can you talk about what was different about him tonight?
Well, this first half he did the same stuff he's been doing, standing, watching. The second half he got in the lane. He went to get on the boards. He made a couple plays. He made a couple defensive plays. He can't be concerned about his shot. He's got to be concerned about the game of basketball, and he wasn't the whole first half. I don't know what he had at halftime, but I can't imagine what did he have at halftime. 2?
2
maybe 2. But when he's going to the boards, he's a different player. He's athletic, gets on, makes plays down there. Our turnovers were good. We only turned it over 9 times. That's pretty good. We actually ended up doing okay on the boards. They're a big, strong team, really good team. They shoot it well. Difficult team to play against. Really good basketball team.
Our next question is from Matt Houseworth.
Jim, playing Buffalo every year, this game just seems to make your guys better every year. What's it about this game that brings out the best of your team?
They're a really good team. I mean, we played them 3 times, and we've been fortunate. We beat them, 2 of the 3. We were pretty fortunate. But, they're good. They got a good team. We recruited Janathan. He's a really good player. Their inside guys are physical. Their guards are really good. Both guards, really, really good players. They have a really good basketball team. And, physically we're not as strong as them, but we battled them and hung in there with them. It was a tremendous battle, tremendous physical battle tonight.
Next question is from Matthew Gutierrez.
Hey, Jim, defensively, I just wanted to ask, Buffalo, I think, was 50% from 3 in the first half, 14 attempts, and then only, I think, 7 attempts in the second half. What would you attribute that to? Is that Kadari with his length?
No, it's not one guy in our defense. It's everybody. Our defense was better on the perimeter, and then I think they were focused on getting inside a little bit more. They had obviously they had an advantage in there. And, they hurt us in there a little bit. So I think that was, again, that was part of it too. But I think we defended the perimeter better. The forwards did a better job. I think, again, they're very physical. When we got them trapped in the half court, they were so physical, they just got it right out of there. We couldn't keep them in there. But again, we didn't do it. We didn't stop them much, that's for sure. And we won the overtime. We played a little better defense in the overtime. We got a couple good breaks, Buddy Steele, and then I think we got another loose ball bounced to us, and we got a layup. We got a couple bounces there. But, again, it was a really good win.
Next question from Stephen Bailey.
Hey, Jim, I wanted to ask you about the last possession in regulation. I suspect that's not what you wanted with 13 seconds left. That obviously produced a pretty incredible moment. What went wrong offensively?
It was exactly.
Allen's block was so impressive.
It was exactly what we wanted to do. It just didn't work. We wanted Marek to have the ball, as he has had it the whole game, and to make a play out of there, and he slipped.
Okay.
The best plays sometimes don't work.
What about Allen's block was so impressive from your perspective?
Well, as I said earlier, it's probably the best block I've seen here. So I don't know what I can say to go further than that. He made an unbelievable play, and it saved the game.
Next question from Donna Dakota.
Yeah, hey Jim, at some point during the second half, you pulled Allen aside and you had a clipboard and were showing him some kind of play. Was there something in particular you were trying to get across to him at that point?
I was trying to tell him to wake up and play basketball. That's all. That was it.
That was the message?
That was it.
Next question from Danny Emmerman.
Hey Jim, when you say that Joe didn't have it tonight, is there something to the idea of starting him, seeing if this shot is falling and then going with Kadari if you have to?
No.
So I'm mischaracterizing that?
Completely.
Can you elaborate on how you view that position right now?
Well, what did Joe have the last game?
I think 17.
21? Yeah.
21 points.
Yeah, I think so. Are you going to change because of one game?
No, I'm not. I'm just.
Well, let me explain this to you. We've got 3 guards, and we're going to use all 3. All right?
Got it.
Got it?
Next question is from Mark.
You guys want to coach? Go get a high school. Go get a team somewhere and coach. All right?
Coach, could you talk about Kadari, though, and the impact that he brings to the game, and if he gives you a little different look than you've had in recent years?
Well, I think he gets into the lane better than anybody we've had in a while. But he makes good decisions in there. He can finish. He's a good defender. Again, I don't think anything's new here. I think we said preseason that he was a good player. I don't think anything's changed. He's a good player. He can help us. I think some games will be better for him than others, but it's good to have three guards. I would have gone back with Joe, but Buddy got going, and then Kadari was going. So, you go with the players that are playing the best. That doesn't mean anything. That just means those guys are playing the best. It's painfully obvious that we need a little physical presence inside. Mabala's a good player, but he's averaging 8 points a game. He had 27. A lot of Janathan's points were in the lane. So I think it's important that, we get through this next game and hope that Boeheim can come back. We're hoping the end of the month. We don't know, but we do need some more physicality there. I do think Marek really gives us an advantage on the offensive end. They ended up having to take their big guys out and go with a smaller lineup to try to contend with him because he was going by people and making plays. And he's a hard guy to cover. But again, we do need more of a presence out there. John wasn't able to do that in the first half. I think we're looking at Boeheim. We're looking at Frank maybe to come in and help us a little bit. But that's stuff we got to work through. We still have a lot of work to do to get there. But again, we've got a long way to go. We've pulled out a couple games that could have easily gone the other way. And we could be looking at being in the middle of a horrific struggle. So we have to be happy where we are, getting ready for Christmas. I hope everybody has a good one. Are we done? We got any more?
We have one more.
All right.
Matthew Gutierrez.
Jim, that's this season already two games over 100. Obviously, the offense is very explosive. I noticed not a whole lot of pick and roll. It just seems really good passing, cutting, and spacing.
Well, we did some screening. We did some stuff with Marek handling the ball. He makes plays pretty well out of that spot. And, again, some of the curl stuff that we did, got Buddy a couple shots, got Allen a couple shots there. But Allen did a much better job of coming off active and putting the ball on the floor and getting to the basket and then getting on the offensive glass. He was really, really good there. He was all over the glass, just really monster there. If they put a small guy on him, he's going to be able to try to take advantage of that. But again, this was a very, very hard game to win. They had all the momentum. They were shooting well. We weren't. We were 0 for 7 from the 3. We weren't getting anything accomplished. And to turn the tide, although the press helped a little bit, then we went back and just played half-court defense and kind of turned it around a little bit. But, again, this was a heck of a game. They've got a heck of a team. And, tonight Kadari stepped up. The last game it was Joe, and the next game it can be Joe, Kadari, or Buddy. Anyone can step up. It's hugely important that we have three guards there. And Allen could sneak out there a little bit too. But this game was a little too fast and physical for Woody. He had a chance to get a rebound, and Kadari came in there and took it away from him. So, he's just got to get a little bit more physical. But, again, this was a heck of a win against a team that I think is really a good team. Really good team. All right. Have a good Christmas. We'll see you Tuesday.